Okay, let's turn our attentions now to the World Cup next summer. And there's been some controversy in regards to FIFA and the ticket prices.
The countdown to the 2026 World Cup should be filled with excitement. But instead, fans across the globe are furious, and with good reason. FIFA's newly announced ticket prices have sparked a wave of backlash, with supporters calling the pricing extortionate, shameful, and a complete betrayal of the people who keep the sport alive. The biggest flashpoint? The World Cup final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. The cheapest seats are set at over £3,000, a figure so high that even longtime fan groups say they were stunned.
A lot of these England fans have been travelling England, watching England back to the Euro qualifiers to get their points up, just so they can get this, this dream ticket to the World Cup. And then they've looked at the prices. And they're not in, FIFA was saying, well, there's a certain level of, the cheapest ticket. Well, that level is not even available for the member associations. You're talking 150, 160 pounds absolute minimum. And I really feel really sorry for supporters around the world. I think it's incredibly upsetting. It's a really bad day for football today.
Yeah, and some of the back pages have pointed out here that England supporters will have...
Supporters associations from several nations are demanding that FIFA immediately halt sales and rethink the strategy before the situation gets out of control. Many argue this is yet another example of football drifting away from its working-class roots. What was once the world's most accessible tournament is now becoming an event only the wealthy can realistically attend. Fans who have followed their national teams for years, even decades, are suddenly being priced out of the biggest stage in the sport. To make matters worse, FIFA's ticket policy allows resellers to buy seats and inflate the prices even further. Unlike other major events, such as the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, which is already committed to banning dynamic pricing and limiting resales, the World Cup will allow secondary sellers to push costs to whatever the market will bear. Critics warn this will turn stadiums into VIP zones for the highest bidders rather than passionate supporters. For England fans, the frustration is particularly intense. Out of more than 31,000 members in the official supporters club, many of whom travel consistently to build up loyalty points, only a tiny portion will have access to roughly 4,000 allocated tickets. And even then, the so-called cheapest category advertised by FIFA isn't even available to these members. Instead, fans are looking at minimum prices around £150 to £160 for group stage matches, and around £200 just to watch England take on Croatia in their opening game. Many supporters have saved for years, planning for what they imagined would be a once-in-a-lifetime trip. Now, that dream is slipping away. For some, it's simply unaffordable. For others, it feels like a betrayal from an organization that claims to champion the global spirit of the game. Fan groups are calling this a dark moment for football, a reminder that as the sport becomes more commercial and more lucrative, the gap between the governing bodies and the people who love the game continues to grow. And unless FIFA steps in to make major changes, the 2026 World Cup may go down not for its matches, but for the fans who never got the chance to be there. And that wraps up today's update. As the countdown to 2026 continues, the pressure is only growing for FIFA to rethink these prices. Will fans' voices finally make a difference? We'll be watching closely. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the conversation in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for more updates.